Hey guys, welcome back. So I finally watched the overview of Second Samuel book on the Bible Project on their YouTube channel, and I'm still lost, guys. I just feel like I don't understand like really like fully what's happening, and I feel like I'm missing stuff, and I don't know like why I'm missing like little details here and there. And I've prayed about this multiple times recently because I'm like, what is wrong? Like, why am I only seeing the darkness? Why am I missing, for example, King David? It's like I'm only seeing all the bad things he's done, all the bad things, the negative things, the darkness. But then it's like, I don't remember when it talked about King David, repenting and being like, forgive me for my sins. And hey, like, I recognize that I did bad here. Like, I don't remember those parts at all. And so I'm just like, and I keep praying. And I'm like, God, like, why am I only seeing the darkness? Why am I missing, you know, all of it? Why am I missing the full story? Why am I missing, like, what am I missing? What's going on? What's happening? Why am I only seeing the darkness? Is there a veil over my eyes? Lift it, please. Like, what's happening? I don't know what's wrong, guys. And also too, like, I feel like today I've just been being like attacked by the enemy all day long today. And I just like, it's just frustrating and difficult. But I know I can't give up and I know I can't quit. So I'm just trying to just like get through today and just, keep going. So, um, and for example, one of the attacks is Costco pizza. And I know what you're thinking. What do you mean? So I've prayed a lot to God recently about like helping me with my food and stuff because I know God's guiding me right now to eat better, to eat more, real food and real ingredients, things that He's put here on earth for us to eat and sustain us and feed us, and to get more back to that, and get away from all the man made stuff, as much as possible. So that's what I'm trying to do. And God's really helping me. He's guiding me. He's giving me ideas. He's, just really helping me. But I also pray about this a lot too. I ask Him to help me stay on this path, help me, support me, guide me, give me ideas, when I get stuck, this and that. Help me stay strong and say no to pizza and cheese and things like that. And I actually like, if there's like we're going to someone's house for a get together or whatever, and I'm like, please God, help me stay strong, help me not get soda, help me not eat the bad food, And even today, I knew we were going to Costco, and I knew I'd want a slice of pizza, and I was like, okay, God, please, like, help me stay strong, help me not get pizza, like, help me stay strong. And it was like a whole thing. My husband and I even had an argument about it. It was really hard for me. I said no. He even got a piece of pizza and ate it. And I even had to hold it right in front of me for a little while he was driving. But I said no, I didn't do it. I went home, ate my healthy stuff, and then that was that. And then my in laws come home with a giant box of Costco pizza. Not even joking right now. And I'm like sitting there at the table eating my daughter's snacks, smelling this amazing pizza because they got like a whole box to share. And I'm just like, what is happening right now? Like, it's like so just frustrating. And I know like some people might be watching this and they're like, that's not a spiritual attack. But think about it. I actively have asked God for help on this specific issue, even specifically today, specifically with Costco pizza. Come on, guys. I don't believe in coincidences. I'm just saying. I don't think it's coincidence. And that's just one of the attacks today. I've been getting all kinds of other attacks, and the enemy's always constantly taking any advantage it can to get in my head about my daughter and something terrible happening to her or me. And it's just awful, the things that they like try to make me think of, and like, you know, it's just awful. But I'm staying strong and I'm pushing through because I know that they're not going to win, and I'm not going to give up on God or the Bible, even though it's really frustrating. And I am very frustrated with the Bible right now. But, I just keep praying and asking God for help, and I just have to trust that He knows what He's doing and His plan for me, and that He will help me, as with whatever along the way that is okay to help me with, that doesn't mess up His plan for me. So it's just been a rough day, guys. And I really wanted a slice of pizza, but I didn't do it. I stayed strong. So, yay. Okay, so we're going to do today's chapters, and I'm just really hoping that I am able to follow along, because I read along with this when I recorded it earlier and I struggled again. So, fingers crossed. Please, God, I need help with the Bible. I've been having a really hard time.
There happened to be there a rebel whose name was Sheba, the son of Bichri, a Benjamite. And he blew a trumpet and said, "We have no share in David, nor do we have inheritance in the son of Jesse. Every man to his tents, O Israel." So every man of Israel deserted David and followed Sheba, the son of Bichri. But the men of Judah from the Jordan as far as Jerusalem remained loyal to their king. Now David came to his house at Jerusalem, and the king took the 10 women, his concubines whom he had left to keep the house, and put them in seclusion and supported them, but did not go in to them. So they were shut up to the day of their death, living in widowhood. And the king said to Amasa, "Assemble the men of Judah for me within 3 days, and be present here yourself." So Amasa went to assemble the men of Judah, but he delayed longer than the set time which David had appointed him. And David said to Abishai, "Now Sheba the son of Bichri will do us more harm than Absalom. Take your lord's servants and pursue him, lest he find for himself fortified cities and escape us." So Joab's men, with the Kerethites, the Pelethites, and all the mighty men, went out after him. And they went out of Jerusalem to pursue Sheba, the son of Bichri. When they were at the large stone, which is in Gibeon, Amasa came before them. Now Joab was dressed in battle armor. On it was a belt with a sword fastened in its sheath at his hips. And as he was going forward, it fell out. Then Joab said to Amasa, "Are you in health, my brother?" And Joab took Amasa by the beard with his right hand to kiss him. But Amasa did not notice the sword that was in Joab's hand. And he struck him with it in the stomach, and his entrails poured out on the ground, and he did not strike him again. Thus he died. Then Joab and Abishai, his brother, pursued Sheba, the son of Bichri. Meanwhile, one of Joab's men stood near Amasa and said, "Whoever favors Joab and whoever is for David, follow Joab." But Amasa wallowed in his blood in the middle of the highway. And when the man saw that all the people stood still, he moved Amasa from the highway to the field and threw a garment over him, when he saw that everyone who came upon him halted. When he was removed from the highway, all the people went on after Joab to pursue Sheba, the son of Bichri. And he went through all the tribes of Israel to Abel and Bethmaachah and all the Beerites. So they were gathered together and also went after Sheba. Then they came and besieged him in Abel of Bethmaachah, and they cast up a siege mound against the city, and it stood by the rampart. And all the people who were with Joab battered the wall to throw it down. Then a wise woman cried out from the city, "Hear, hear! Please say to Joab, 'Come nearby, that I may speak with you.' When he had come near to her, the woman said, 'Are you Joab?' He answered, 'I am.' Then she said to him, 'Hear the words of your maidservant.' And he answered, 'I am listening.' So she spoke, saying, 'They used to talk in former times, saying, They shall surely seek guidance at Abel, and so they would end disputes. I am among the peaceable and faithful in Israel. You seek to destroy a city and a mother in Israel. Why would you swallow up the inheritance of the Lord?' And Joab answered and said, far be it from me, that I should swallow up or destroy. That is not so. But a man from the mountains of Ephraim, Sheba the son of Bichri by name, has raised his hand against the king, against David. Deliver him only, and I will depart from the city." So the woman said to Joab, "Watch, his head will be thrown to you over the wall." Then the woman in her wisdom went to all the people, and they cut off the head of Sheba the son of Bichri, and threw it out to Joab. Then he blew a trumpet, and they withdrew from the city, every man to his tent. So Joab returned to the king at Jerusalem. And Joab was over all the army of Israel. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, was over the Kerethites and the Pelethites. Adoram was in charge of revenue. Jehoshaphat, the son of Ahilud, was recorder. Sheva was scribe. Zadok and Abiathar were the priests, and Ira, the Jairite, was a chief minister under David. Now there was a famine in the days of David for 3 years, year after year, and David inquired of the Lord. And the Lord answered, "It is because of Saul and his bloodthirsty house, because he killed the Gibeonites." So the king called the Gibeonites and spoke to them. Now the Gibeonites were not of the children of Israel, but of the remnant of the Amorites. The children of Israel had sworn protection to them, but Saul had sought to kill them in his zeal for the children of Israel and Judah. Therefore David said to the Gibeonites, "What shall I do for you? And with what shall I make atonement, that you may bless the inheritance of the Lord?" And the Gibeonites said to him, "We will have no silver or gold from Saul or from his house, nor shall you kill any man in Israel for us." So he said, "Whatever you say, I will do for you." Then they answered the king, "As for the man who consumed us and plotted against us, that we should be destroyed from remaining in any of the territories of Israel, let 7 men of his descendants be delivered to us, and we will hang them before the Lord in Gibeah of Saul, whom the Lord chose." And the king said, "I will give them." But the king spared Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, because of the Lord's oath that was between them, between David and Jonathan, the son of Saul. So the king took Armoni and Mephibosheth, the 2 sons of Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, whom she bore to Saul, and the 5 sons of Michal, the daughter of Saul, whom she brought up for Adriel, the son of Barzillai, the Maholathite. And he delivered them into the hands of the Gibeonites, and they hanged them on the hill before the Lord. So they fell, all 7 together, and were put to death in the days of harvest, in the first days, in the beginning of barley harvest. Now Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, took sackcloth and spread it for herself on the rock, from the beginning of harvest until the late rains poured on them from heaven. And she did not allow the birds of the air to rest on them by day, nor the beasts of the field by night. And David was told what Rizpah the daughter of Aiah, the concubine of Saul, had done. Then David went and took the bones of Saul and the bones of Jonathan his son from the men of Jabesh Gilead, who had stolen them from the street of Bethshan, where the Philistines had hung them up after the Philistines had struck down Saul in Gilboa. So he brought up the bones of Saul and the bones of Jonathan his son from there, and they gathered the bones of those who had been hanged. They buried the bones of Saul and Jonathan his son in the country of Benjamin in Zelah, in the tomb of Kish his father. So they performed all that the king commanded, and after that God heeded the prayer for the land. When the Philistines were at war again with Israel, David and his servants with him went down and fought against the Philistines, and David grew faint. Then Ishbi-Benob, who was one of the sons of the giant, the weight of whose bronze spear was 300 shekels, who was bearing a new sword, thought he could kill David. But Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, came to his aid, and struck the Philistine, and killed him. Then the men of David swore to him, saying, "You shall go out no more with us to battle, lest you quench the lamp of Israel." Now it happened afterward that there was again a battle with the Philistines at Gob. Then Sibbecai the Hushathite killed Saph, who was one of the sons of the giant. Again there was war at Gob with the Philistines, where Elhanan the son of Jairi-Oregim, the Bethlehemite, killed the brother of Goliath the Gittite, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. Yet again there was war at Gath, where there was a man of great stature who had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in number, and he also was born to the giant. So when he defied Israel, Jonathan, the son of Shimeah, David's brother, killed him. These 4 were born to the giant in Gath, and fell by the hand of David and by the hand of his servants. Then David spoke to the Lord the words of this song on the day when the Lord had delivered him from the hand of all his enemies, and from the hand of Saul. And he said, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, the God of my strength, in whom I will trust, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold and my refuge, my Savior. You save me from violence. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. When the waves of death surrounded me, the floods of ungodliness made me afraid. The sorrows of Sheol surrounded me. The snares of death confronted me. In my distress, I called upon the Lord and cried out to my God. He heard my voice from his temple, and my cry entered his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of heaven quaked and were shaken, because he was angry. Smoke went up from his nostrils, and devouring fire from his mouth. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down with darkness under his feet. He rode upon a cherub and flew, and he was seen upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness canopies around him, dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. From the brightness before him, coals of fire were kindled. The Lord thundered from heaven, and the Most High uttered his voice. He sent out arrows and scattered them, lightning bolts, and he vanquished them. Then the channels of the sea were seen. The foundations of the world were uncovered. At the rebuke of the Lord, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils. He sent from above. He took me. He drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, from those who hated me. For they were too strong for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my support. He also brought me out into a broad place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands, he has recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me, And as for his statutes, I did not depart from them. I was also blameless before him, and I kept myself from my iniquity. Therefore, the Lord has recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to my cleanness in his eyes. With the merciful, you will show yourself merciful. With a blameless man, you will show yourself blameless. With the pure, you will show yourself pure. And with the devious, you will show yourself shrewd. You will save the humble people, but your eyes are on the haughty, that you may bring them down. For you are my lamp, O Lord. The Lord shall enlighten my darkness. For by you I can run against a troop. By my God I can leap over a wall. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is proven. He is a shield to all who trust in him. For who is God except the Lord? And who is a rock except our God? God is my strength and power, and he makes my way perfect. He makes my feet like the feet of deer, and sets me on my high places. And there happened to
I read this earlier, and I was lost in the end. I don't understand what that whole speech was about, and I don't know. I'm just frustrated. Like, I even prayed right now before I started this video. I was just like, God, like, what am I missing? Like, why am I having so much trouble? Why am I like not understanding this? Like, what is happening? What am I missing? Is there something I need to do? Is there something I'm missing? Is there like a veil over my eyes? Is this an attack from the enemy trying to turn me away from you in the Bible? Like, why am I having such a hard time understanding what's happening? And I don't know, it's frustrating. And I feel like this happens a lot. Like, I go through these waves, where I have like a few days or so or a week where I'm feeling really good. I'm understanding the Bible. I'm understanding the stories. I'm understanding God. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling like light and like I'm making really good progress. And then I have days like this where it's like the complete opposite. And I'm just like, okay, what happened? Like, it's like almost like there's like a disconnect. Like, I don't know. It's frustrating, but like I said, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna keep powering through, and I have to ride this wave today. So, I don't know. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna have to see about maybe rereading some chapters or something. I don't know, looking some stuff up. I'm not sure what to do at this point. I've asked for God to help me and guide me and tell me what to do and guide me to some answers, to some help. And so we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Well, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye.